right, y'all. Listen, okay? I'm hoping we're back in smooth for Ree. We're about to find out right now, but I have let Ree know, and I'm also gonna let y'all know. If you guys can't hear her, I'm not gonna let her go down like this. I'm gonna make sure it's fair. So what I will do, Ree, is that we will just give you a different day. I'll figure it out. Don't worry, I'll make it happen, and I will come to you.
We'll do an in-person one.
We'll do it in person, girl, because I'm about to let you go down like this. This is not okay. I don't like it. Not my Riri, no.
Respect it.
Yeah.
No, respect it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna let that happen. Okay. Okay. So T, I'm sure you're gonna let us know if you can hear her or not. We're gonna try this again. If you cannot hear her, let me know, and then I'm gonna stop this show. And Ree, like I said, I'm gonna give you a fair shot. And I'm gonna get you a different day to do this, okay? Because like, you trying. You are. I know you are. Okay.
Hey.
So I'm gonna continue, and I'm sure I'll get a message if it's not working. Okay. So where we had last stopped off, guys, was us saying, both parties, it may change for, and how, as women, we are admitting there is some fault that we allow men to get too comfortable, and they don't always expect to change in terms of relationship goals. The next thing that I had is, do you agree with this statement? It's a raw statement, okay? But do you agree or do you disagree? That the majority of men only have physically based relationship goals. Do you agree with that statement? Think about it, Ree.
Well, I should disclaim, I'm not a man, so I won't know. But in my opinion,
yeah.
I mean, it kind of depends on where that guy is in life too. Because I feel like younger, definitely, you had guys comparing their girls to like, models and stuff like that, and it's so unrealistic. It's just like, I don't know, the infatuation with like IG models and stuff like that. Like, it's so not realistic
at all,
especially for the type of guy they are. But
Blukes, that's a fact.
But no, as I got older, though, like most of the traits was kind of more so, are you staying home? Are you kind of like a homebody? Like, do you cook? Do you clean? You know how to do laundry? Like little things like that. So, for the younger guys, yes. Older guys that come into their awakening, no, they're more situated on goals that are going to bring them further in life. Yeah,
I feel like sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. Say that again.
No, just in my opinion. That's
in your opinion. No, it's a very this is Ree's episode. Your opinion is what people are here for. It is fair. This is what I say to that too. 100%. This is why, like you said, when they're younger, yeah, it is physically based because again, they're looking at IG models and all that's very unrealistic. I feel like, okay, overall, I disagree with the statement because I feel like even when they're younger, they're just going with the trends of what all their boys are talking about. Okay, you had male friends and you always knew in the group there was that one male friend that was more of a softie. He was more on the emotional side. He really wanted to care for his girl. But as soon as a guy would start talking, you would see him switch. Even though you knew that he wasn't that type of dude. We've seen it plenty of times as women, right? And even when we were younger. So I feel like I personally just disagree with it because I feel like it's not the majority of men. I feel like they are emotionally based just as much as we are, if not more. They were just told to hide it way more growing up, society in general. But on the terms of that you are saying, where I do agree with that is when you're younger, you're looking for a quick, fun thing. You're looking for something that's just convenient. When you're older, you're looking for a wife. And I can see why that would change. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like for me, I can even admit when I was young, when I was younger, it was not focused on like finding a husband. It was like, anyways, it was fun. But now,
something other than that.
But now it's definitely more focused on a husband material because again, I realize as a woman, and we're gonna get to it too, you start to think about your kids. You start to think about the right leader for you and your kids. And when you think about like some exes and stuff when you were younger, when you know you're just having fun, you're like, lead what? Take care of what, Seed? Like you just think about it in your brain, you're like, you couldn't even take care of yourself. Like stuff like that. Yes.
Right.
I do agree. A quick check because that was a good part and I want to make sure they heard you. T, can you hear Tammy? Please let me know, because if you tell me no, I'm about to stop this right now and we're gonna redo Ree's episode and make it fair. However, I haven't got that. I can't hear her, so I think she can.
Yeah, I think things are going good.
I'm gonna keep going until I get that message. Okay. Next up. Okay. Let's flip it. All right, flip it.
Yeah.
The same question, but now how I'm going to do it is this. Do the majority, we remember school, we remember life free. Do the majority of women only have emotionally based relationship goals? No.
No. But on the broad scope of things, though, like we are emotionally charged, and at the end of the day, as much as like I'll be raw, in the days when I wasn't putting like my emotions first or like the goals, whatever, right? There was a point that even in those times when I wasn't seeking something necessarily that deep, I still was emotional, still a female, like no matter what it is, even though I don't care if we're doing our thing, whatever the case is, there's gonna be a point, so there's gonna be something that I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take it a little bit further. But there's some females out there that drive me though too, and just they're able to just play the game just as good. So, but I feel for the majority of us, at some point we get emotionally something. Yeah.
Yes. And I can confirm, Reed, they can hear you now. Yep, they can hear you now. That's why I didn't get. That's why T, you're not yelling at me in the text. Good job. Okay. Your computer was just being arms housery. It really was. Okay.
100%.
Okay. So thank you for being raw. I feel like it's very good for this episode. If we had a man here too, it would be nice as well. But I think it's very good for this episode to then hear from women. Us admit that no, it's not just us that are emotionally based or that we're also physically based too. When we're younger, we're all going through the motions. Okay. It's not just you guys. You guys are a lot higher than us. Don't get it twisted. We are back a lot more. But we still have those same issues. And no, guys, yes, we're giggling and stuff, but me and Rinda are way open to the fact that, yes, it's beyond sexual. We're not just focused on sexual, but we're just saying when you are younger, keep it raw. Ladies, stop lying. Stop acting like it's just them that are charged, okay? And don't act like that hasn't had you choose another dude over a different dude before.
That is true, too.
We said.
Yeah, that is true, too.
It's facts. We're going to keep it raw. Okay, Rhea, because of what happened, I'm just going to ask the first two questions again. I'm so sorry, love, because I didn't hear you answer. If they can hear you now, I think it's only fair, okay? Guys, for those of you that are just coming in or coming back, I'm just going to repeat again that the raw topic is relationship goals and the changes that we've seen in them, okay? So what I had asked Rhea, first of all, the first question you guys missed was, what would you say is your definition of relationship goals personally, Rhea?
Personally, the relationship goals is reciprocity, a relationship where we're both understanding each other. I use fill his cup, he fills my cup kind of situation, my safe haven, comfort, like what you said, home. Nothing's better than that feeling. So if someone can feel that close to you, then that's paradise right there.
For real. But I'm not gonna lie, home can also feel scary if you're not used to it.
That is true
Perfect. So
too. That
what's
is
wrong with
true.
you? What's wrong with you? Like, that's not healthy. It's not healthy, but
Yeah.
it happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the second question that you guys missed. Sorry, guys, I'm fast tracking her so you guys can see what you missed. And then we're going to continue. We're not that far. We only had question 4. You guys didn't miss too much of Ree, okay? The second one is, do you think that the goals change with age?
Yes. And I feel like the younger guys, what they were looking for, our younger version is definitely different than what we're looking for now in a man when we're looking for someone to be a provider, take us to the next level, you know, be secure, be our safe haven.
Yep.
Definitely is not things that we were require someone who was 18 years old.
At all. Do you have your license before me? Can we go out to eat sometimes and you pay? Like, it was very simple back then. Like,
That is so true.
it was so simple. Can you just open the, oh my God, you open the door. Oh my gosh, he's perfect.
So
Sorry,
true.
sometimes when I really think about it. Okay, I'm gonna jump forward now because I feel like they caught the question we asked about physically based and emotionally based. So now everybody should be all caught up. That was all you missed from Ree, guys. It wasn't that much. Okay, we do realize we're going over 8, but as you guys know, me and Ree were having a very hard time with the connectivity. Okay, but now, okay. So now I'm gonna go back to it here.
Technology has not been on our side.
Okay. Can you imagine that my dad worked for Rogers my whole life? And look at this. Look on this. Look at it. Okay. So now I'm going to do this next one for you, okay? Yes, T, we are. I saw your message. We are. I'm still getting messages. We are. Sorry, 1 second. S agrees with what you said, Ree. S agrees with the fact that, yes, as women, we did have a completely different perspective, and it probably was around the same lines as men. Yes, you were getting an agreement. Sorry, guys. I look at comments at the same time to kind of help out here with her too. Okay, yeah, that's the gist. People were agreeance.
Okay. Okay. We're all on the same page.
Yes. Sorry, guys. If you ever see me looking around, I have 3 different message ways. I have Discord. Some people text me. Other people just message. So bear with us, okay? All right, Ree. Next one. Do you think, all right, it is possible for 2 people with completely different relationship goals to coexist? Or is that an immediate recipe for disaster?
I feel like it's a recipe for disaster. That's my initial
Thought.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's a whole we need to be on the same page, same wavelength. You know what I mean? If both of us are coming in every day and it's like we see each other in maybe different places, I mean, there's only so much compromising you can do. But at the end of the day, you know, those goals are going to have deadlines. And if we're both not there at that time, we're wasting time, though, you know? So I feel like we should just be on the same, but opposites do attract. And I'm open to all like people's experiences. But for me personally, I'm a direct person, stick to the facts. Let's be on the same page or we're wasting time, basically. That's how I feel on it.
Period. Thank you.
Yeah.
You said the biggest word, and that was deadlines. Okay. I think that 2 people can definitely be on have complete 2 different relationship goals. They're 2 different individuals. They have 2 different ways of thinking. They had 2 different backgrounds. Maybe one came from a single parent home. Maybe one came from a both parent home. You're going to have 2 different ways of looking at it. However, the main thing, like you said, is if we're both coming in here all the time, and okay, here's an example. If I'm coming in this house all the time, we both get this house dirty, right? We both have laundry in this house, right? We both use the fridge, right? We both. You guys get the point? You get the point? Okay, we both, right? Okay, I'm done. But then you're on couch. Excuse me, my terminology. You're on the couch. And I am coming in from work. I am now doing the dishes. I have the laundry going at the same time, also washing your drawers. I have the vacuum going as well. I am chilling. And every time I can come around the corner, you're still in the same position, but right?
Hello?
My deadline is going to be today. You understand? I can't do that for long. I'm the type of woman, I can't do that for long. But you see, I believe in balance. I'm not saying you can't. As long as you at least did the laundry and like half the dishes so that when I came home, I could just cook, I'm never going to complain. Do your thing. Because I'd always want you in my space. Do your thing. Coexisting doesn't always mean being each other's face all the time. Coexisting really means let me do my thing, let you do your thing, but we can come together when we're ready and we want to. However, the deadline is very serious if I'm doing everything. You understand what I'm saying, Ree? That for me is when it becomes an immediate recipe for disaster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When things are not getting done.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
All
mean, I try both ways, like for men too, because I also grew up around a lot of men. And when I think for like an example of them, it's like, okay, I work, I take care of the car, I do everything around the house that you asked me to do. I may ask you to do one little thing. Okay. And you're gonna deny me and stress me out. But like that was my only goal for doing everything. Can you just work with me here? Like there's ways of how I feel like things can be an immediate recipe for disaster. Guys, deadlines. That's the biggest thing Ree said, and I agreed on. If you guys caught
Yeah.
deadlines exist in relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, Ree. You know what, Ree? I'm liking your perspective. You really are keeping it raw. I'm
Yeah.
liking it. I
Okay.
am. Some
hope
women have
so.
a thing like, okay, maybe I could do this or that, but you're not having a hard time with that at all.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. All right, next up. You ready? You almost there, girl. You're almost done. I'm almost done cutting you up a little bit, okay? What relationship goal changes have you noticed from your parents' era compared to now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a
It's
time.
also difficult. Yeah, no, it's also difficult too. Like this is a whole different conversation. Just being older now and then remembering back on my parents' relationship or
Yeah.
whatever they
Yeah.
had. So yeah, that's also like a sensitive area too because it's true. Like, what do you pick up from back then, and like what resonates with you? What made sense? What doesn't?
Yeah.
But definitely, opinions ways have changed from the old school. Um, I don't know, you see women just accepting it all. And right now, I feel like I love the era females are in regards to like soft life and, no pressure, easy life and blah, blah, blah. So, where I used to see like my mom or, old school people
Yeah.
doing it all for the husband, you know what I mean?
If it's raw, you can make it.
And
Okay.
yeah, just them doing every little like thing inside the house, making sure everything's to the T. But at the same time, though, men did have a strong sense of responsibility more than the guys here because for sure, I know for sure my dad did not let it get past due. You know what I mean? I didn't let, he knew what his responsibilities were regarding the car, regarding those things, right? But yeah, maybe I'm losing. What was the
No,
how did you
okay. I'm
phrase it?
back to see if it kind of helps you too, right?
Go
So
ahead.
what I had noticed, which is similar to yours, is in terms of the men, I feel like they had a lot more set in stone dominance and responsibility compared to the men now.
Yeah.
However, though, I'm gonna say it again, and ladies, don't attack me. Y'all wanted to be super independent and say you didn't need no men. So the fact that they fell back and said, okay, you do it, y'all can't really be cussing or crying. However, that doesn't mean that we said to do everything. Y'all stop it. Stop the foolishness. Stop the fuckery. Stop it. Okay. Stop it right now. I'm tired of hearing that excuse. Okay.
Yeah.
What I personally had noticed, basically, I was saying the relationship goal changes that we noticed from our parents' time compared to the time now is, you mentioned women having freedom. Yes. My mom, it gets kind of raw. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, what happened back then that you're taking now and being like, do you like it or do you not? You know what I mean? It's ripping off a band-aid that you need to be real with. And I like that because I'm gonna be thinking about that now, you know.
I know, me too. When I wrote the question, what?
It's good.
My mom was okay. How I could say I've noticed is that my mom was independent still, but I found that even though she had to be strong, okay, I'll say it like this: when things were good, that's how I'm gonna say it because it's raw. When things were good, meaning both of them were doing supposed to doing everything was raw, they were both. My mom was able to be independent in things she wanted to be, like her hobbies and stuff like that. But when it came to the house and the kids and working together, they were a team. Feel me? When it became like just me and mom, right? She had to become a lot more dominant and masculine. And I feel like in today's day and age, a lot of women are just already doing that. And I don't know if it's because we saw that as like women and now we just think we have to do it. And then you hear things about like, the soft era and or soft girl era. Am I even saying it right?
Yeah.
I gotta do it. Okay.
Whatever. What they be saying on IG, whatever.
But yeah, I have noticed those two changes in particular, like not really being able to be as soft. Maybe that's why they're trying to bring it back. Men had their roles and that was it. And I feel like we took away a lot of those roles because we said we're gonna do them because we got tired for whatever reason, or we felt like they weren't doing it how we wanted them to, or whatever. And it's changed. And now it's more on our heads. But mind you, that's not all. There's a lot of old school mentality men that still want to do that, they still want to give you that balance. So that's what I've noticed in terms of the changes. I've also noticed the goal changes sexually. I'm only gonna touch on it lightly because it makes me, uncomfortable. The slight changes I've also noticed too is it was more quiet and between couples only, and now it's like free up. Your relationship is my relationship, and we can and cool. Like I feel like it changed a lot too in that way.
Yeah, that respect of the kind of union, but it's also with, you know what, guy, like males always cheated, but yeah, it's like the way females are finding it out now, and like it's always been pretty bad, but like you said, everyone's knows it, in it, it's bad.
It's bad. Okay, we're moving past now, y'all, because I don't know if you guys clearly you could tell that from life for both me and Reed, that was a raw question for us. So I hope you guys could bear with our answer. I hope it helped you guys as best as we could.
I tried.
We tried. You did good, Reed. You did good. Whew, I got a little flush. Got a little scared. Okay.
Scary topic.
My parents watch this show. Okay. Next one. Do you believe?
Hi, Mom.
Oh, don't do that. She's probably like, "Hi, Ree." My mom knows Ree, guys, so that's why that'd be funny. Get me in trouble. No, I'm playing. Okay. Do you believe? And this is kind of close to the same question, but it's less raw. Do you believe that old school relationship goals have completely withered away, or are they still around?
Like you said, it's coming back with this whole soft girl, soft life era thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're outsourcing what doesn't make sense to us, like the old school stuff, like even groceries. There's so many moms that Instacart, the Walmart pickup or whatever they be doing over groceries. So as small as those things are, like, yeah, some of the old school like goals are withering away. Or changing. I wouldn't say it's going away, but we deal with so much more. Like you said, we're so much more independent. We're like, if me and the man is working full time, but then my job is to come home and do all these, chores, and you don't necessarily have that until I like tell you what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it is
So
kind of.
you do believe that they're withering away, but instead of just completely withering away, you think they're just transforming. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Like they're just changing. They're still there, but they're.
Yeah, it is transforming. And men are starting to come back and notice that, like, females are doing a lot, and we do need nice things. We need support. We need to be provided for, and all those things. And I think that mentality is,
Mm-hmm.
still there. It's coming back up, kind of thing. So I'm
I
happy
feel
to see
like.
that.
Sorry, I feel like we still want their dominance and they don't realize that. We don't want to be dominated. That's a no-go to a woman who's had to find a way to be independent. That is a no-go. You're not dominating no independent woman. I'm telling you that right. Okay? But we still miss that dominance. Like we still miss having that male around. Like we still miss having like, okay, if I don't feel like busting my finger right now to do the screwdriver, can you do the screwdriver for me, please? Like, okay, if I say I did pick up the groceries today because I didn't get to do Instacart. And a lot of women are doing Instacart because they don't have someone to bring it in. Facts are facts. Like there's no one in. So if you were there, she probably wouldn't even bust Instacart. She would allow you to feel like a male and be dominant and allow you to do those things. Like, yeah, babe, the groceries are in the car. Can you get that? Like they would be open to it.
Yeah.
Another to add to that though, sorry, I had a thought and it just slipped my mind. I want to get it right back because it was a good one. Oh, that was what it was. I feel like you have to, how could I say this in a nice way? You can't be wishy-washy, ladies. Meaning, if you can't say you want dominance, and then when the dominance is there, try to overtake it. I know. Okay, you can be here, but I can do my own tire. And he's like offering to do the tire for you. Like, okay, let the man do the tire. What's the big deal? Like, if it makes him helping you, because I'm gonna keep it raw. Because I've heard this from female friends, female family members, and everything. When that man was there doing everything, you found something else to complain about. I'm so sorry, ladies, but you did. It was okay. Well, then, like he's always with his friends, but then but everything was still getting done, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was still right. Okay, and then now that you're completely without, it's like, oh, man ain't this or whatever. I knew. Okay, but I don't have anybody do this for me now or but when they were there doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a stressful time.
I grew a lot of men, so I have the men's back, but I also understand from a woman's perspective. I try to keep it even, to understand both sides. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't allow them to wither away because a lot of men still have it. It's still embedded in them, just like certain things are embedded in us. And you think that they're enjoying having to be passive while we're having to be dominant? There's no way because we're not enjoying being dominant. I don't care what any woman says. You are not enjoying being completely dominant. You're not. And if you say you are, you're lying. And Mel said it herself. I didn't say Ree said it. I said it. Okay. You're not enjoying it. You're not. And like, you guys need to start being honest with yourselves. Okay. And you're not supposed to. You naturally are not supposed to. So that's why it doesn't feel good, even if you're doing it. You're doing it because you have to. Okay. Okay. Going on next, Ree. To my last question. And the reason why I'm asking is I want to learn from you because Ree is a mommy. I absolutely love it. I think it's so beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You are welcome. He is beautiful. But this question's for you because I haven't had any kids yet. You're not an auntie yet, okay? And I just want to ask this so you could teach me something and others that are out there. And my last question is, do you think that relationship goals are forced to change after having children, or is it like an excuse? Please educate.
Yeah. The thing is, at the end of the day, you have to consider that child and everything that you do. So as much as your goals and your dreams need to push through and you need to get there, realistically though, it's a person, you know what I mean? And that is such a huge job. I say job, but it's such a huge role, you know. It would be really selfish to not consider them in your process, or but I don't think moms are using it. Well, some people do use it as an excuse, like, but sometimes the obstacles are
Okay.
pretty hard. But you got to push through with those goals. At the end of the day, you got to push through with those goals. And in a lot of cases, too, those children make you want to get to your goals. You know what I mean? So there's so much things, too, that like I always kind of put on the back burner. And as soon as I became a mom, I'm like, I got to get this done. Like, this is going to happen for Ace. And, so I don't know. It's not an excuse, but you'll push through and get your goals, get to your goals.
Okay. So basically what I got is keep pushing. Like, just because you can become a parent doesn't mean your relationship goals stop or personal goals stop. But also keep in mind that no matter what, that child is now a part of the goal. You got to put them at your forefront.
Yeah.
Woo! I don't know if Mel is ready.
it to like, even just being in a relationship with you and your significant other, there's so much to come together, mesh, and understand, so you guys can build together. Now a whole new person's gonna come in, and you're a new mom. They're gonna be a new dad, so everyone's learning, and you kind of start from scratch. But don't use it as an excuse, but something to push you forward.
Okay.
Anything that's challenging, that's my go-to model too. You know what I mean? It's too hard, it's to push you forward. Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, Ree.
Yes. I had fun doing this.
Sorry?
I said I had fun doing this. And
good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Good. It was great. The vibes are good. I miss doing this because usually we be in the basement chilling, doing this after. So.
Yep.
Reminding me of the good old days.
It was fun time. Guys, like, okay, so I don't know if you noticed, but my raws, to me, I don't look for celebrities, okay? I like raw people, real people who've been through real life, who I've seen grow. Ree was definitely someone who I've seen definitely had to grow, and she grew faster than me, so I'm like amazed, which is why I really invited her on here. You did, and you did a great job, like an amazing job. Okay, I'm gonna toot your horn a little bit. Okay, so we were in school, and I was definitely a lot less mature, and Ree was definitely more mature, and she showed me a lot of things without even realizing, like already having her whip and like taking care of us and getting us around in school, like working full time. Like, she really like put me on like how to be a woman and like certain aspects of my life. It was really helpful. But she also showed me it was okay to let loose and like have fun still and have balance. And I really respected you for that. Like, honestly, I found like you're a perfect raw to bring on here. So that's why.
Thanks, Mom.
Welcome. Of course. I will be doing group ones soon, so I will definitely invite you back for a group one. It's going to be us, men and women, because that's going to get, how we get. Okay, we're letting the men win now.
It's going to get real raw.
It's going to get raw. Be like, we're not, no. Okay. But, no, you definitely killed it. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for being on here, looking cute and handling it. You did really well.
Thanks.
Before we go, though, there's always two things that I do, and I always give you the opportunity to pick one thing out of everything we discussed tonight that you think is the biggest point for anybody of any age to take from our conversation. Just one thing.
Maybe how I ended it off just a while ago. Things happen, but let it push you forward, not hold you back. Or, if one door closes, it just means go a different direction. Try the window, try the back door, try something else, but you will get there. And your goals, regardless, personal, in a relationship, just push through.
Yeah. Yes. And for me, the one thing that I would say that's all the convo that stood out to me that I want everybody to remember is, and we had mentioned it earlier, and I think it's a big misconception that men are only physically based in relationships. They're not. Okay, guys? don't put that blocker on them. It's a lie. It's not true. Even if they try to front on you and act like, yeah, they're not. Okay. And vice versa. Okay. Women aren't just emotionally based either. Don't sleep. Okay. So that's one thing I feel like is a misconception that I want everybody to also take away from it. All right, Regan. The last thing is, where can everybody find you? Tell them your Addy, please.
The Addy is the same across the board. RHIOXXO. REOXXO. That's it. It's on IG. IG is the best for me. I mean, I be on Snapchat, but that's of my baby. And WhatsApp, that's for my mom and them. So so that's for them.
Okay. And as for me, you already know the Addy is at raw.talk.with.melo, and that's on IG, but I'm also on all platforms, which is Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, sorry guys, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter. I'm on it all. All right, guys. Again, this was Raw Talk with Melo, and my Raw of the week was Riri, who made it through her difficulties, but she gave it to you guys, and she kept it. All right, guys, we will see you guys, and thanks for coming out, Ree. Hey.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks for having me. I had fun, guys. See you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.